Hello everyone and welcome to Issliss, Season 1, Episode 13. My name is Veronica Ripley, creator of Issliss, and I am so happy to get to spend my day with you. I want to give a very special thank you to everyone who has supported us here on Twitch at twitch.tv/FableScraps, where we do this show every Friday at noon Pacific. You can find all of our VODs on YouTube and here on Twitch. You can also find our podcast everywhere podcasts are consumed. That's an easy way to find it is RSS. We're there, we're Spotify, literally everywhere. So check it out too. Big shout out to our sponsor today, that's Logitech. I don't know how many of you have noticed, but Logitech has been super cool. So big thank you, Logitech. Please be sure to check out their brand new Yeti GX, the Litra Beam LX, and the Yeti Orb, all available at logi.gg/nicotine. That's Nikatine. And don't forget to use code nicotine at checkout for 10% off. It's a pretty sweet deal, so don't miss out. That's !Logi in chat or logi.gg/nicotine. We have a merch store. Check out the merch store, merch.fablescraps.com. Also, while you're at the merch store, you can find our exclusive podcast called Leftovers, where we discuss the show and with the characters and cast of Issliss at the end of every episode. So check that out too at merch.fablescraps.com if you're interested in Issliss, the lore, or just hearing some cool little stories from the cast and crew. Without further ado, I would like to introduce the cast. We're going to go one by one and introduce our cast members individually. When we introduce the cast members, they're going to say a few words about themselves. And at that time, I will have you, our sweet live audience, put a 1 in chat if they sound good. And if they don't sound good, put a 2 in chat so I know that I need to fix their volume or something, okay? So, without further ado, I would like to now introduce Grizz, Candacethemagnificent. Hi, how are you?
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday the 13th. Very pumped to be having episode 13 on Friday the 13th and just getting into something scary.
Fantastic. Me too. 1's in chat if Candace sounds good. Next up, we have Domesticdan as Leaf.
Hello. It is I, Domesticdan. Yeah, I'm excited. I love being Leaf. He's just weird. I introduced myself. I'm Dan. Hi, I do cooking. That's me.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dan. Next up, Pliers, Techniq.
Hello, I'm Techniq, or Frank. As many may know, I play Pliers today, and yeah, I'm just a guy on the internet. You can find me a lot of places.
Awesome. Thank you. Next up, last but not least, Chelseabytes, aka Pippet.
Hi everybody, I'm Chelseabytes and I play Pippet and I'm a hit and healer. I hit and heal. That's what I do.
Fantastic. All right, great. So, as long as everybody sounds good, my name is Veronica Ripley and I would like to introduce you to the world of Issliss. Where we last left the players, they had narrowly escaped the Royal Investigation Bureau and the posse that had assembled at Reed's Redoubt, trying to take down this party and steal from them some artifact, a box. Now, as the party had just saddled up on these riding beasts called Gelt Beetles, the posse had rode into town, and 40 strong, they all descended upon the stables, and there was a tense standoff between the Royal Investigation Bureau representative named Melody, who was holding Pliers hostage. The negotiations went south just as the procession came to town. A massive parade of robed, hooded figures with incense and huge lighted fires. They strolled right down Main Street and descended themselves upon the stables. All of the posse backed away, and a cassette, who introduced himself as Providence, spoke to the party and said that they were under his diplomatic protection, and the posse was chased away. The party joined the procession for some time all the way into a clearing. The clearing was stationed around at all sides by people with large signal fires, where suddenly a massive craft descended through the mist like some kind of monstrous predator. A huge wooden ship landed in the center of this clearing, and Providence bade the cell to come aboard. Traveling to Lemeret, Providence is now leading you aboard the Devotion. The gangway is lowered. What's going through your minds?
This is highly against protocol.
I've never
can
flown
I
before.
How can I keep myself safe and, hopefully my friends too?
I need to get out of here. I shouldn't be here. This is bad for business.
You see, Pliers, several of these human helpers at this procession who are loading equipment and people onto the ship. You see several of them with buckles and goggles and gloves, and they're looking at you and like kind of reaching out towards you, like, wow, one of like a look of recognition across their faces at you, Pliers. Like a someone of a similar mind, maybe.
Oh, I'll just raise one eyebrow and just like kind of slump my way like a crab and walk over. So, how long have you been on this ship or with these this group?
You're talking to one of the helpers?
Yes.
There's a large man named whose uniform is just stretched over his body. It's kind of like the seams on it are coming apart a little bit.
Oh,
And he's
little brothers.
he's got buckles and he's like a really smart looking uniform. And he looks down at you, Pliers. Are you one of the experts we've heard of here in the Platelands?
yeah, I am the expert you probably heard of, and the name stretches me far and wide. Yeah. What can I do for you?
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Deacon Sharp, second in command here at the Deacon at the Devotion.
Oh, second in command. Oh, very nice. All right. Second in command. Okay. Well, how long have you been here? If you're second in command, you've been here for a long time, right?
We can talk once Desast Providence has had his piece.
Right. Providence. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Look for me.
Please come aboard. Can we take your bags?
No. And I'm just gonna go on board.
We have helpers, and we've offered quarters to you. Real quarters with beds, if you would like.
I would like to see it before I believe it, because you see, I was at Acadia Farms, and the brochure, and I bring out the brochure, and it's all scribbled and everything, did not match. Nope. It said there was gonna be a fountain in the middle, and this, and that, and that, and no, those were never there. So whenever you're ready, I would like to be taken to my quarters.
Well, we can send your bags ahead of time.
No, it's fine. Bags stay with me, part of me. It's like a body part.
How many bags do you have, Pliers? Is it like, are you heaving like a ton of stuff around with you?
I'm like the middle schooler with all their books in that one big old Jansport.
They didn't give you a locker in middle school.
Yeah, exactly.
Wheeling them around.
Look like a Ninja Turtle just walking around. Yeah, I am a big old bag full of stuff.
Somebody's gonna come around, pull on your Janisport.
Don't do it.
Turtle you.
Don't mess with my
How about
zipper.
the rest of you?
It doesn't zip back.
There's a ton of servants here who are all fawning over you and like offering you food and like willing to take your bags for you and like helping you onto the deck. Do any of you take any of this?
I definitely give them my bag.
All right.
It's like, pickaxe slung in there. It's like, well, if they're going to offer.
Sure. Okay.
Is that artifact in that bag? Because, wow. gave it
Oh
up,
wait, no,
buddy.
you're right.
Yeah.
No, I would have
I think I'll
remembered.
slap his hand. I think I saw.
Oh,
No, don't do that. Keep your
okay.
bags.
No, you're right. But I will happily. Do you mind showing me to my room?
Well, like I said, Providence will have a word with you beforehand.
Oh, right, yes.
But
Oh, yeah.
afterwards, certainly.
Here, and I unclip my pickaxe and take off my buckler and hand that to somebody. This is fine. I won't need these.
If people begin to reach for my stuff,
I'll say, oh no, thank you. There's quite a few volatile things in my bag, so
Yeah,
best if I...
there are a lot of deckhands here who are just looking at you with like wide eyes, like they've never seen so many substances just attached to a person before.
Oh, that's quite all right. Don't touch that. It'll give you a horrible fever.
There's a lot of like oohing and awing. Oh,
Ah,
great. And I'm just looking around uncomfortably.
Suddenly,
I think-
a smaller figure comes out from a cabin and claps her hands together. What's all this? What's going on? Get those riggings set up. Get those bags off the deck. We're leaving. Let's go, people. Let's go.
I think Grizz like makes apologies to the like servants that are trying to help us that look confused, and I hand over my bag minus like kind of taking the sling and the rocks, just like popping it in my pocket just in case I need it.
Okay.
But like I give the rest of the bag to them. Like I don't really have anything
Why didn't you just
That
keep
they-
your bag? I mean,
because all of
gonna-
you are being weird, and I'm not trying to raise suspicions. And if
now
anyone's
your pockets
not
look
gonna
weird.
be weird,
Now you got bulging pockets
could
all
be
over the
me.
place.
Oh my God! None of you
Your
would make it
pockets
to
are bulging.
TSA.
Yeah. I mean, now
You're
you're
all
uncomfortable
going
and
to the
bulging.
special room where they pat you down. You're
Yeah.
yeah. So
Don't use
Grizz is
gloves,
just
please.
like, take
Pippin's
this
used
bag,
to it.
smiles at everyone. My friends are just we've been on a journey for some time, and this is more comfortable for them. They feel more grounded in their power, having their hands on their items. It's nothing unusual. Just please here, and to try to like bridge that gap, I give my stuff because I'm the person who has the least amount of stuff that I can like lose. Like
Sure.
I don't really have cool shit, so I'm like here.
Some people
take
have
it.
handed you some small bits of food and little bits and pieces of things like little tiny baubles. Pippin, you can add one petty supply to your supply list, and so can you, players.
Oh, nice. Eddie, what kind of food are they giving us?
Little bits and scraps of like meat and some
Uh-oh.
some breads.
Well, I'm
like-
definitely smelling this meat. Make sure it's
It
like
smells
actual
fine.
meat. Oh, okay. All right, good.
Smells good, actually.
Ooh, is it warm?
The captain, who
Mm.
is much shorter than the deacon, comes over and just says, my name is Captain Sharp. Welcome aboard the Devotion. I'm sorry we have to dispense with the pleasantries. We have to get up now. Go, people, let's go! Get out of the way! Starts pushing,
okay, we're
starts
used to
pushing
it.
deckhands, getting them going. Shoves one. Somebody like trips a little bit. Captain turns heel and heads back into just another cabin that's on top of this deck. You Pliers, you would absolutely recognize this structure of a ship. It would be like it'd be a control cabin, just some place where the helmsman can be like out of the weather. You would know that for sure.
Marveling. Yeah, I'll just be marveling at the ship as I
Yeah.
walk through. I think I'll lose my like closed up attitude, but I'm still hugging my bag like it's my life. But I'm
Pliers.
walking around just like, wow.
If anybody is enamored with the ship, it's you, Pliers. This is something that you didn't even dream was possible. This is a marvel of engineering. There's
I'll slide next to Leaf and be like, hey man, how's the blood in your eye? Because I mean, I can get used to this.
Blood in my eye.
Yeah, didn't they spit in your eye or something to make you anointed or whatever it was?
Oh, the potion that was poured on my
Oh,
face
it's a
and
potion.
eyes.
Okay, that's what they call it. Okay.
Yeah, no one spit in my eye.
Oh, you sure? Okay.
I would remember that, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, heck,
when
might be
you're
worth it.
You're standing on the deck of this massive ship, and you see two large structures, golden walls, one of them much taller than the other, There's huge panes of beautiful glass and some like viewing vestibules off to the sides of some of these structures, some of these walls. There are large, ornate, circular-looking doors that look like they can be like closed and locked for weather, to weather stuff. You're suspended, all of you, beneath like a monstrous inflated balloon, and there's all this rigging coming down from it like a spider web, suspending this huge ship. And far in the back, you can tell there's some mechanism just billowing black smoke off to the far back of the ship, the stern.
It is pretty cool.
What are we thinking about? What are you thinking about, Grizz? Weird, yeah.
I really want to know what that is. Really bad. What does it smell like? The smoke. Like, can we smell it?
Yeah, you probably could smell it. It just smells like burning. It just smells like something burning.
So not like necessarily like a fuel source at all?
It definitely smells fuely. It smells kind of tart, kind of bitter.
Does it smell
Yeah.
kind of like fluve or something
It
else?
smells a little bit like fluve, sorta.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not like
Some-
any fluve you've ever smelled, though.
Yeah. I think Grizz smells an unfamiliar smell. Like, I think that they would expect to smell like a diesel-y or like a plant-based, like a vegetal kind of burning smell because of fuel needs to power this thing.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
smelling that, I feel like they would be a little wary and cautious
Yeah,
and
totally.
want to go check it out.
Totally.
Obviously we have to go see Providence, but like I'd probably want to check that out. For sure.
What about you, Leaf? What are you thinking about?
I mean, I've been high up before, but not this high, and I'm probably standing off on the side, just peering over, looking, because
Yeah, we haven't lifted off just quite yet.
I see.
But
Well-
we will shortly.
Well, I will be very excited when we are higher than I've ever been. But, I don't know. I'm a little, well, more than a little concerned about this Providence fellow, since they could smell that I was the one who happened to be anointed, whether or not I wished it. But I'm also intrigued and kind of curious, since it did kind of, cure a disease immediately that's supposed to take days to heal, as Pippi told me. So, there is something very intriguing about all of these.
Okay. How about you, Pippet? Pippet, what are you thinking about here?
So that's what, if Dan didn't say that out loud, or if Leaf didn't say that out loud, I'll continue to kind of look around at everyone, just observing how they all operate. It's very different from a sterile lab with everybody in their roles and doing
definitely.
what they need to do. It seems kind of like everybody's kind of running around, kind of being messy, so I'm just kind of holding my things and I'm just thinking about, like, okay, how do we not break stuff and staying out of the way?
Yeah, absolutely. And Pliers, you're just still enamored with this machinery?
Yeah, but at the same time, because it's me, I'm like, this can be improved. Yeah, that's nice, but yeah, need an actuator.
You've like
What's an actuator? An actuator just actually tells you what's going on.
You've like
Try
struck up
getting
a
on
conversation with like another expert who's just like feverishly writing down all of the
Yeah,
suggestions
yeah.
that you
I'm
have.
just eating it up.
Yeah,
Like,
eating it up.
Have you ever thought about this? Oh, these goggles? Nothing. Made them in my prime. I
Looks
was
at
6
looks at
years
his own
old.
goggles like,
Mm.
huh?
Yeah, one of these would be a lot easier. Yeah, of course.
All right, yeah. As the rest of the crew is being chased away by the captain, Captain Sharp, the crew begins making their way to the stern of the deck to go back below. They're carrying some bags and some equipment and a lot of gear and things, and they're making their way down these steps, the very, very back of the ship. The silhouette of Providence, you can see, is once the last crew member has gone by Providence, you see Providence's head turn a little bit, and you see him begin to taste that air again, just like you saw back at Reed's Redoubt. Before Providence turns back around to you and says,
Come forth, humans, into the Sill Church. I would like to have a word.
Chris hustles.
Yeah, follow.
Sure.
Hurry along.
Yeah, you make your way through into what Providence called a Sill Church. And Providence has opened this massive red door. It creaks open. You see inside the gloam of violet lamplight and a pool in a little vestibule. What do you see, Dan? What do you see there? Everyone sees a pool here by the vestibule, but you might see something else.
Oh, it's almost like it sounds strange, but seeing a feeling.
Yeah.
So like it's clear water, it looks beautiful, all that, but it kind of reminds me when you like, you know, you climb a mountain or you see that, and then you see a nice hot spring near like a top, and it's surrounded by snow and the steam's coming up, and it's just very inviting and warm. That's kind of what Leaf almost sees or like interprets when he sees this vestibule.
Yeah.
It looks warming and inviting.
You see Providence dip his hand into the pool just a little bit and just flick a little bit of this onto his fur on his neck, inside of his face. Do you do the same?
I don't know. The only reason I don't know is if it's I should not do that because it's not what I should do, or if it's like I'm admittedly I as a person am thinking of like, you know, the Catholic, you walk past the holy water, that sort of idea. That's the vibe I'm getting, but I don't know if it's for me or not. That's my worry as Leaf.
Providence gets halfway down the center aisle before he looks back at you with his long serpentine neck, kind of expectantly, watching what's about to unfold.
If it looks expectantly, then I follow suit. I do the same.
Okay, yeah. You do, and you may lose 1 stress, and you can gain 1 health.
All right, I had neither of those missing, but I feel very good.
Yeah. What's your favorite smell?
Oh. My favorite smell is probably the fresh smell of sap, oddly enough.
Yeah,
that kind of sickly sweet, knowing it's poisonous nonetheless before it's treated, but still smells very nice.
It's so weird. It smells exactly like sap from a tree. Like you think it might be sap.
I don't follow the temptation to just like... I don't follow that, but it is there.
Providence turns his serpentine head back along the center aisle, the fur along his body, looking a little bit less matted. His hunched form under this robe, you can tell, is not struggling anymore like it was on the ground in Reed's Without. Now here you can tell that something about Providence has changed a little bit. Providence looks a lot more confident and begins striding on all 4s along this center aisle up to an altar. The altar is surrounded by 4 chairs, and Providence looks back and bids you all to have a seat.
Oh yes, take a seat.
I also sit down, still clutching my bag of vitriols.
I'll like move my bag to the front and hug it like I'm in middle school. Sit down.
Yeah, there's little pillows. There's like little pillows. You notice that Providence's throne, basically his large ottoman, like a huge pillow. Providence is kind of coiled up on top of this pillow, not necessarily snake-like, more like the way you would see a cat, like at a windowsill, lounging at a windowsill. Providence is sitting this way on this huge, almost like an ottoman. You guys have extremely opulent seats. This is the nicest seat that maybe any of you, with the exception of Grizz, might have ever seen. And it's made for like human scale.
Oh.
It's very comfortable.
There's like little pillows. Pliers, you have one of those little pillows. You're like
Yeah, I'm settling in.
nesting. Pliers is nesting.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. You see Providence kind of taste the air again before his head begins to lower and his yellow eyes begin scanning your faces. You feel just the most desperate sense of dread when you look into these eyes, like the feeling that a prey animal would feel, like the feeling that a tiny bunny rabbit might feel in the face of an Indrid. You feel this as this humongous Tisk is staring you down, but it's not a look of malice across his face, it's a look of curiosity.
I think Grizz tries to smile as invitingly as they can.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Providence sees that and also smiles. But when Providence smiles, there's just far too many teeth. There's far, far too many teeth.
Oh no.
There's just a lot of teeth. There's the smile
Yeah.
it just goes all the way back, you know?
Grizz is doing what they can to just keep her cool. She tries to just like remember all the training that she has and the tomfoolery that she does not suffer, and just tries to stay on target and not give that anxiety, like that open feeling of terror.
Sure.
She'll allow awe through, but not,
Yeah.
oh god.
Do any of you have the Persuasion Tisk skill? Are any of you proficient in that whatsoever? No, okay. I just checked.
Not
Nope.
yet.
I didn't know what a tisk was until today, the other day.
Man. Okay, great. It looks like Grizz and Pliers both have the highest skill here. So I think Providence is going to look to you two mostly.
Oh, I.
Little humans, what are your names?
Hello.
Because they're talking to them, but I can't read a room. So I just assume it's talking to all of us.
I'm Pippet. I'm a field medic with minimal combat experience. Pleasure to meet you.
Combat experience. Where did you serve?
Well, under the Cassat, we had to deal with the Lacertians.
And yet you live.
Yes, I live.
Very impressive.
I'll sit back quietly.
And you, little human.
I like to say I'm quite big in the brain. So it matters worlds, right? Yeah. My name is Pliers, and I am a nice ship. Could use a little sprucing up, but it's nice. I am expert in all things. Yeah, that's me. Mm-hmm. And I can build stuff.
What is
Want a
your,
prosthetic leg, tail, eye,
what is your name?
Pliers.
Pliers.
Yeah.
You are a mechanics expert.
Yeah, mechanics, biomechanics, crafting, and amongst other things.
By holy Providence, we have met.
Providence unveils from his robe of a leg from about the knee down that is mechanical.
Oh, not bad.
It's not like any mechanical prosthetic you've seen, but it is fairly similar.
I'll just take out a notepad and just start, and then put it up. Shit. That's very nice. Holding my tongue, it could be better. In my head. Yeah, that's me.
And I have noticed another prosthetic. You. Yes, you.
Yes, I'm Leaf, son of Leaf. If we're saying what we did do, I was a tapper. I climbed a bunch to harvest sap.
Where did you find this beautiful prosthetic?
I look over slightly, give like maybe a quick glance to Pippet, because I think, yeah, Pippet was the only other one there when this happened. I found it from, well, I procured it from a smuggler. They were trying to steal things, and they unfortunately ran into some wildlife, and so it was going to go to waste, and I needed something to help protect myself.
Such is the way of divine intervention. And you, little human, you are dressed much nicer than the others.
You're so kind to say. Yes, I've been contracted to be a runner for the Cassat. It's really a matter of safety for me.
Cassat not have the spires for messages.
I suppose they do, but I think that spies can be turned, and they trust me with far less confidential information. Before, it was doing small favors, delivering, mundane messages, like when I came to Arcadia Farms, it was to alert them that there was new management and a different plan for accountability in their community.
Tell me, little humans, how is it that a warrior and mechanist and hound and sycophant have found their way onto the wrong side of the Cassat's list?
Wrong side? wrong side? I'm like, looking around.
I would chalk it up
maybe
to
them.
poor management.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. Well, technically I was brought in to correct all the wrong that was happening. You can't help certain humans. They don't understand how this thing works, They just want to act like they understand, and then next thing you know, chaos happens, and then they have to put blame on someone, like that nasty little. You took care of that, and I appreciate it. I didn't say thank you, so thank you.
You are welcome, but it was not me. It was divine intervention what brought us together.
I just look at Leaf and I'm just like, right.
Your timing was pretty incredible. Very easy to admit that. We don't. If you saw the weird drippy guy that was, well, on the beetle, he for whatever reason, didn't like us and kind of kept trying to get us killed. So we kind of decided to not stay around him. I think he kept making mistakes and then wanted someone to blame them on, and we unfortunately had the mispleasure of being those people.
You poor little humans. I've had so much adversity here in the plate.
Oh, talk to me, brother. Sister. Never mind me. Oh.
You are wanted by the plate for crimes against it. Is this true?
No,
No?
we didn't do anything. We just was doing orders constantly. So it's practically annoying because we keep trying to tell people that, we notice bad things, and when we try to do the right thing and report it, we always get turned around and then blamed for it.
That's true.
Why were a plate belligerent toward you? Did they not want to attack you?
Listen, I don't know.
You
All
were-
I did was run till something got bad, and then I got captured, and then I warmed up to the one that captured me, and then they were like, "I'm taking you in." I was like, "Personally? Sure." Handcuffed me, and they did. And then when I was like all compliant and rubbing myself up against them, they want to throw me away. I'm useful.
Yes.
Again,
Yes, you are.
poor management on their part. That it's really all just a big miscommunication.
I see. Well, it seems as though divine intervention has worked in our favor again, little humans. For I can smell something terrible.
I'm sorry, that was me. I tried to hide it. It was just too comfortable. The meat, it hit me in the stomach really wrong. I apologize.
Pippet can't smell anything because her nose is definitely burnt up from all the years of mixing vials.
I have smelt lies aboard the devotion.
Whoa.
The pinprick feeling of deception looms large here on this vessel.
Are you saying that we've brought deception? Or are you saying we're here to help you find the deception?
I believe that you can assist me in rooting out this deception among the crew.
Grizz has no, doesn't even blink. They just smile and nod. This is not unfamiliar, this kind of directive. And they know that it might help keep them safe, like their party safe. So they nod.
Leaf's in a very similar mind, actually. This is kind of his thing.
Your holy furnace, your providency. No, I don't mean any disrespect. I mean all honor. I mean, you did treat us well, and you haven't eaten us yet. I mean, at all. And we're all here. Would you mind if I ask a question?
Please, I am open.
Okay. let's say we find said culprit or culprits. There's always more than one, by the way. It's not just one. What's in it for us besides us living? You know, and the only reason why I ask, and I don't doubt anything that you say, because so far you've been pretty honest, you know? I mean, right there, and Leaf just keeps eyeing the pool for some strange reason. But at the end of the day, we've been doing this nonstop, and then next thing you know, we turn around and a dagger's in our back constantly. I'm a little tired of it, to be honest with you. I just want to be able to know that we do our job very well, and we'll get treated the same. Don't eat me! I'm tasteless!
Little human. For what reason could I possibly have to wield a dagger?
I mean, your teeth are kind of shaped like daggers, but I mean, that's just me. Yeah, you don't need it. That's for sure. Here, I'll just say this. Last time I seen somebody slip on following orders, they had their heart removed right in front of me, just right there. All of their viscera all over my body, and I had to wear it for a whole day. They didn't even have baths. They lied on that for sure, too.
This was the Cassat who did this to you.
Oh,
It was quite horrifying.
You poor little humans. We do not treat humans this way in the Holy Realms.
Really?
No, of course not. Humans are treated with much dignity and respect in the Holy Realms.
How the heck were we on all the... I'm not questioning. I just think about the Cassat breathing in my head. Okay, so if it's okay to ask, what kind of boon will we get if we find this culprit? Do we bring salvation to the devotion?
If you root out the heresy aboard the devotion, then I will assure you, with every ounce of devotion in my body, that I will bestow upon you a great partnership.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm trying not to hide it, but I'm grinning from like back of head to back of head. This like all the way back here, and I love contracts. So I'm just looking at everyone like...
Grizz returns your look with enthusiasm.
Mm-hmm.
Is this acceptable, humans?
Yes, that seems very generous, Your Greatness.
Wield your skills in service of the Holy Realm for this task which I give you. Find the heretics and bring them to me.
Consider it done.
Yeah. Might I inquire from you more details, if you have them, maybe even a location that you've noticed going-ons after the fact?
I have no further detail, only the scent of lies.
You can smell lies.
No, that's hep.
Wow.
I do not mean any disrespect at all. Is there a place the scent is stronger?
No.
Okay.
Leaf, we're the experts. You're just testing them, right? Yeah, Leaf.
But no, I just figured if there's one
Leaf.
place to start looking, it's a good direction. That's that's what I do. That's why I'm
Yeah.
asking.
Huh?
Could you
You're an expert,
describe
Leaf. You're
the
great at
scent?
what you do.
I am.
Could you describe the scent, the breakdown of the smell of deceit? Obviously, your olfactory abilities far outweigh anything we might have, but if you could give Leaf something maybe to recognize, or a clue, perhaps, it would help.
It is the scent of a petulant human child who will not tell its parents where it has hid the candy. It is the scent of a human lover who has committed some sin. It is the scent of human deception. And it disgusts me. It offends the Sill Church. And it offends God.
Guys, I just think we need to find the liar.
Yeah, I agree. No more further questions. Okay, let's formulate a plan. I would like to say, Providence, that whatever we do, please know that we're doing it in the benefit of you, okay? I might have to fib a little bit to get some information out of others. Just understand that smell is not my smell. I smell like oil.
Your scents are all known to me. And
At that, the Providence just looks directly into your eyes, Leaf.
especially yours.
Leaf just keeps quiet but nods far too vigorously.
Someone opens the door to the Sill Church, and inside steps the deacon. Your Holiness, we have the quarters assembled and ready for the guests. And you see Providence just wave a claw, and you're dismissed.
You keep up without
I get the hell out.
Yeah.
I take my bags. Yeah, I'm out of here.
Do a little bow on the way out.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll catch up to Leaf Lane. You should have kissed his paw. Or hand, claw. I don't know what you call it. What do you call it?
Well, it wasn't offered to me. Why would I do that?
I don't know. Make sure you do it next time.
If he offers, maybe.
The human, the large, burly-looking human, the deacon.
Second in
Deacon's-
charge?
Second in charge.
Oh,
Deacon Sharp is his name.
got him.
Leads you out this door of the Sill Church and onto the main deck. And you can see that the mist has now encapsulated you as a sinking feeling in all of your guts begins to deepen. And all at once, you feel the sensation of falling, but not falling, as the ship begins to rise. You feel, for the first time in maybe any of your lives, the sensation of flight.
Oh,
I think I'd actually kind of swiftly walk over to the edge and just to start looking out.
What is happening?
Flight, my dear.
Grizz sits down. Not ready.
I just grip onto the edge.
We're up above the trees.
You know how you slowly just crouch down as the pressure increases? I'm just gonna sink all the way to the floor, but I'm gonna keep a hand on the edge.
The deacon.
I'm taking notes.
The deacon
Oh, my.
has tapped you on the shoulder, Grizz, and is just saying, don't forget that when we reach about 500 fathoms, you're gonna have to wiggle your jaw back and forth if your ears start to hurt.
Thank you. That is very, very helpful.
You all know how
I'll
to do
remind
that,
my
right?
companions.
Just wiggle your jaw.
I usually just,
Yeah, sure.
and then it pops my ears if I'm too high up.
You all know how to swim?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, it
what do you-
won't save you here.
Yes.
But the ear thing is really like, it's the same thing as that.
okay.
Is there something to do if there's some kind of crash? Is there perhaps a life jacket apparatus to glide off and be safe?
Well, I think you should see your quarters first before we talk about emergency procedures, because
That is a good idea.
That's fair.
is that fair?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a bath? Is there baths?
Well, no. But
Okay.
there is a mess hall.
Social area where everyone goes and gossips and have fun?
Yes,
Excellent.
most assuredly.
All right, good job. I'll wink at everyone.
All right, well, let's head down below deck. We'll show you your quarters and get you freshened up for the evening.
Thank you.
All right. Begin to descend into the bowels of the devotion. We'll be right back with the second half of Issliss, episode 13, season 1. Just after this. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Issliss. My name is Veronica Ripley. I'm very happy to have you here. Welcome. Hi, hello. Welcome. I want to give a very special thank you to everyone who has supported us here on Twitch with subscriptions and bits and donations. This stuff is super, super helpful, so thank you. If you would like to support us monthly, you don't have to do so on Twitch. You can do so at merch.fablescraps.com, where you can get a membership for pretty cheap, actually. And with that membership, you get special access to a super exclusive podcast called Leftovers. Make sure you do that right now. It's merch.fablescraps.com, and big thank you to all of our supporters. You can find all of our VODs at YouTube and here on Twitch, and you can find our podcast everywhere podcasts are consumed, like rss.com/podcasts/fablescraps. Also, I want to give a very special thank you to Logitech for being today's sponsor. Huge thank you, Logitech. Please be sure to check out the Yeti GX, the Litra Beam LX, and the Yeti Orb at logi.gg/nicotine. And don't forget to use code nicotine for a 10% off discount. That's NIKATINE. Again, big thank you to Logitech. We're now below deck. The Deacon has led you down some steps onto a platform. And below you, you can see a short staircase down into a hall with golden walls, much like the halls at the top, and carpet interior. And it's beautiful. It's lit in a violet kind of haze from the lamplight.
A question on the lamps. I know it's very specific, but is it, for lack of a better term, electric, or is it something else? How familiar would we be? Is this like very foreign to us?
Leaf, have you been to a big city before? A district? Have you been to a district yet?
Probably, but not ever staying there very long. If I was there on a job, maybe like, well, doing my hound thing, but I'd say very, very rarely.
Arcadia Farms wouldn't have this, but Grizz and Pliers, you would certainly have seen lamplight like this before. It's effluvium. It's they're using effluvium to power these lamplight lamps. They emit like a violet kind of haze, and it's pretty normal for a really opulent place. It's kind of a wealth of a mark of wealth or class to have indoor light like this.
Oh, this is what the brochure promised. And I'm drawing. See? Look at this. I can get used to this.
Wait till you see your quarters, because this is just the hallway.
Really? I'm just like sparked up light.
Yeah.
Pipit's really kind of taken in by just the glamour of it all.
Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Grizz, what are you thinking?
Grizz feels like it's a return to a taste of comfort that they've felt in very brief snatches of time. But part of them is also wondering what the trade-off is for this lavishness. Like,
it's an excellent...
nothing is... Yeah, like with the Cassat, nothing is really ever as it seems.
Mm-hmm.
And they've yet to be convinced that this is any different.
Okay. That's a very normal, good question to ask in any situation like this. Sure. The Deacon leads you down the steps to a great set of double doors and says, "We'll come back to this room. We're going to go to your quarters first." And makes a left-hand turn, leading you, Pippet, south down this corridor, past another set of double doors and some lamplight.
I'll walk behind, just kind of looking at the lamps, because we don't really even get that in our labs, at least not the assistant labs. We get candlelight, which is great. But I'll follow behind.
Sure. Yeah. Do you mind if I move your character? Oh, perfect. Yeah, we're just going to walk down this hallway. He's pointing out the walls and telling you what they all are. This is the mess hall. This is the kitchen. There's a cargo space. You don't have to worry about it. And this is my quarters. We double up with the captain. To the left is, well, that's the Tisk quarters. So the Desast and several of his entourage live there when they're not in the Sill Church. And right around this corner here are your quarters.
Absolutely fascinating.
As you're walking by, you can see windows, portholes in the side of this wall, and you can see just little bits of condensation on the outside of the panes of glass, and you notice there's a lot of glass. And glass isn't super common in the Platelands, it's kind of rare. So to see so much glass is kind of outstanding.
I ask, I'm assuming this is Decker?
That's right.
I ask Decker, I say,
Do you all have a medic on board? I would assume that if you have to go up so high every time you travel, there must be a dedicated one here.
We have a healer. He's drunk a lot, but he does the job.
Interesting. Okay, I'll try to talk to them sometime.
Sure.
thank you for showing me to my bunk, and then I'll try to open the door to see what it's like inside.
Yeah, go ahead. Go on inside. The rest of you can come in here, too. This is all of your quarters.
We're doubling up, everyone!
I'll yell down the hall.
All right. I've been like staring out the windows as I'm like slowly am making my way through just basically any window I pass. I get very distracted by.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot out there, though. It's mostly just clouds. It's like it's illuminated, but you have a sensation of movement. Like you feel like you're moving. It's just like you can't really see a whole lot outside. It's like fog, like moving through fog.
That's fun.
Your ears pop a little bit. You've experienced this once before, Leaf, on a tree.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of know what to do with it a little bit, but very rarely was a tree ever high enough to cause a problem.
The deacon sees you pop your ears and just kind of chuckles. Yeah, and we must have just passed, 700 fathoms? Feels like 700 fathoms.
It's
700.
pretty high, yes. How high does this get?
Well, our cruising altitude today will be 1 kilofathom, but we can go all the way up to 6 if we really want.
Oh my.
Interesting. I have a few questions. Number one, where do the others sleep?
They're crew quarters. We passed them. They're back at the stairs.
Oh, okay. And is there an engine room?
Well, yes and no. It's like an engine compartment. Our mechanist is, he's drunk a lot, so.
Oh, seems to be a trend around here. Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Do they have a name?
They do. It's, I know it.
Okay.
I definitely know it. It's,
Are you drunk now too?
No, I not
Okay,
yet.
just making
I
sure.
will be as soon as this conversation is over, because I need to forget that I forgot his name. Hobson. His name's Hobson.
Hobson. Okay, Hobson. All right. It's okay if I call him Hobbs.
No, he hates that.
Okay, I thought so. All right, noted. Okay, I will. Yeah, definitely. Once we freshen up, how do we freshen up? By the way.
There's a little wash sink. There's like a little sink inside of your quarters.
Oh.
They're
Just gonna
towels.
go ahead and just scrub myself right here in front of everyone, huh? Okay, all right. Ain't got a problem with that.
They're
I
towels.
started taking off my bag.
Fresh towels.
Oh, great.
The drunkenness, is that epidemic on this ship? Is there something to drink about?
Oh, there's a lot of drinking, you know, in the holy realms, like across the whole holy realms. We
That's
drink a lot.
great. I
So
like
then
that.
it's part of your culture then?
Yeah, mostly.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, we have we got a lot of alcohol if you want some sorbitol.
Yeah, that makes things a lot easier. I mean, easier to, get comfortable around here, because I was a bit nervous. Woohoo! And I shut up.
Yeah, being this high can do that to some people. If any of you feel like the walls are closing in or that you're panicking and you want to jump off the edge, just don't. Just don't do that. Just
Good advice.
don't.
Can't fly.
That reminds me. Good. Thank you for reminding me. Check that trunk inside of your quarters. We left you some things.
I go and look right away.
Wings? Yeah, I'll pair with Pippet.
Things. We left you some things.
Yeah, that's me reminding you that I can't fly. If we got wings, I probably would just set up camp here and never leave. Okay. Thank you. Mess hall? Is that where you're gonna be? And
I'm going to the mess hall, yes. But
Okay.
you are free to go about the ship if you'd like. You're welcome to join us in the mess hall, and I don't know what Providence has asked of you, but I would encourage you to do whatever that was first.
yeah, well, just ask us to feel at home, right, crew?
The mess hall is a wonderful place to start, really.
Yeah.
Sure. Go
Yeah.
ahead and go through that chest, and I'll see you in the mess hall.
Okay.
The deacon leaves, and as he does, he opens the door, and there's a couple crewmen outside who are just kind of eyeing you, and he just slaps one of them on the back, get back to work.
I don't think I entered the room. I was just gonna say, I don't think I entered the room at all. I've just been standing outside staring out one of the portholes. Here, I'm right there outside of the door. Just...
I think before speaking, then Grizz would come get you, so that we're all in one room, and wait until they're all out of earshot, and be like, "So, what's the temperature check? Do you think this seems too good to be true? No,
A little
Is it
chilly.
just
We
me?
are pretty high up.
A little drunk. Seems like everybody. That's the temperature.
I mean, usually there's a reason to be drunk,
Oh, you mean
dealing with something bad, or
Pippet, you're
life
at
is
that.
uncomfortable."
You're at that chest, are you not?
I am.
Yeah, you're rifling through it. You've all found a parachute.
Oh,
There's one for each of you.
Oh, okay.
strap this bad boy on after I freshen up then.
Hey.
Would Pippin know what a parachute is?
Pippet might.
I don't think she would. Because she'd look at it and she'd look up at y'all and say,
What is this?
There's a note inside the chest as well.
I pull it out.
It's an elaborate scrawl with some ink that you're not quite familiar with on a paper that you're not quite familiar with.
Is it blood?
I can't read this.
It's a large ornate scrawl, and Grizz knows how to read it. Actually, Grizz would know.
I would just hold it up. Whoever can read it, y'all see it.
Yeah, definitely.
Grizz,
Off the clock.
you would read this note as saying, "Little humans, please accept these gifts of the holy realms and know that many more opulent gifts await you upon your success. Providence."
I read that out and then say, "So I ask again, all of these free gifts and delightful cheeriness, what do you think is the temperature
Isn't it
this
great
vessel?"
to be appreciated?
Yes, it is quite lovely to be appreciated.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're free. We have a job to do.
We do. Just, let's be careful, shall we, please?
Yeah. I agree. We've been stabbed in the back way too many times.
Overmind, on our way in, have we seen anybody in the flame retardant robes?
You've seen people in robes. They don't look necessarily the same kind of robes. I think the robes that
Okay.
you saw in Coward's Pass were similar, but
Yeah.
they were like a different color. The ones you saw were like more red and gold, and these are more like blue and black and gold and red. They're like a little different.
Okay.
It's potentially not even the same belief system or church, kind of
Right.
different.
Yeah, basically.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
Well,
But I do
will
think
see.
that the mess hall is a good place to speak to people and get, more information. Things that people say casually rather than asking direct questions right out of the gate.
Do you want me to maybe not do that and just have a look around?
Yeah, you're a little too honest. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. You're a little too honest. You might literally just sit there and be like, "I'm here to investigate you. I just need you to comply." You know? I don't
think I would say that.
I don't know, but I think you got a really good nose. If that helps, I think you can smell lies. Yeah, look at that. You're already turning into one. Your teeth was a little bit sharp today.
Pliers? I didn't know you could do impersonations.
I try.
Wow.
Sometimes you got to do it.
He got you right on the nose, Leaf.
See, I told you I pay attention. I may joke a lot, but
Have you
I'm
all
always paying attention.
applied the parachutes?
Did it
I'm
look
still
like
holding
anyone?
it, not knowing what it is.
Oh.
I've
There's
asked
instructions.
y'all
Sorry, there's
several times.
there's also instructions in the card that Providence
Oh,
left. There's
what
also
would the-
instructions.
Oh, so if I can read this, and I read the
They're like
instructions.
IKEA instructions. They're
got it.
pictures.
Oh.
They're like a diagram for
Pictures.
children.
Ooh.
Oh, I put it on. I mean, I look at it and I look at y'all and I say,
Type.
We can fall.
oh, and my smile goes away. I put on this jacket following the instructions and I kind of just sit on the bed and I kind of clutch the pillow and I'm like,
Guys,
and I might start getting sick.
It's probably
Oh.
fine. Was the captain wearing one of the harness parachutes as well? Was any of the crew wearing them?
You noticed a couple of the crew wearing them, but you didn't see the captain wearing one, and you didn't see the deacon one wearing one either.
Okay,
But
that's
you
what I
also
was.
kind of suspect that they probably just don't wear them.
They'll just go down with the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to gather, like, would it be more out of place to wear it or more out of place to not wear it?
You saw
Good
some
question.
people wearing them. It didn't seem like it made a difference.
I
Is
don't
it
wear them,
lavish?
man.
Is it nice looking? Or does
No,
it look
it's-
like an old dirty parachute?
It looks like a
Jacket.
It looks among the opulence of this room. It looks like the most normal thing here.
After refreshing this, I'll like lay it out and try to like improve it. I'm sorry.
Grizz offers Pipit help getting
Oh
buckled.
right, Pivot. I'll look over
And
at
then I
Pivot
put
while
mine
I'm
on.
like looking over this thing, and then I'll look at Grizz, and I'm like, Pivot, you climbed a very steep, dangerous mountain. I almost died on it, by the way. And you guys weren't out there, but I kicked that little thing over and I almost fell down that mountain. My little arms, you see these biceps are tiny. I couldn't even, you climbed it like a beast. I don't know, you were like a Tisk embodiment. You climbed up that thing and then you offered help and you pulled us up. Leaf wasn't even there to see it, but you did it without any kind of, gear. Now that is brave. I think this ship is nothing.
thank you, Pliers, for trying to bolster my confidence and courage. This is just something I've never, ever faced before, and it's just gonna take some time for me to get used to it. But thank you.
Oh, so that didn't work?
It helped. It definitely. I appreciate it. I didn't even want to talk a few seconds ago.
I'll put my
Like I
syringe
said.
up because I was going to shoot you up with something.
You all
Never mind.
hear just a running down the halls past your room.
What was that? Oh my God!
Someone
We're
run.
crashing. It's
Running
happening.
is never good. It's never good to know.
Leaf, help him. Or find
Help.
out what's going on.
All right, I step out of the room and
no one there.
nope, Did it sound like they went from right to left, left to right?
I don't think they went from left to right.
Left to right. And they're just gone down the hall. They ran very fast and went elsewhere.
Suspicious.
I mean, I'm going to just keep... I'll just go take a look around, as I said, see if I find anything out of the ordinary. Pippet, before I go, my father gave me good advice when I was up in the trees. Best thing you can do is just go completely limp. That way, whenever you hit branches, you kind of just flop around. It reduces damage.
That's great to know.
Yeah.
Thank you,
If you're ever
Lee.
missing any body parts, I'll just make more for you.
Yeah, see?
You guys are the best support I've ever had. Thank you.
And I'll woozily get up and try to follow the noise with Leaf.
Ah, you're joining me. All right.
I'll
Yeah,
just
so
stay
I'll still be clutching my my safety net.
I specifically didn't put my on. I have my backpack, but I don't have the parachute on.
So Leaf and Pippet, you are together, and Flyers and Grizz, you are also together.
Yeah, I'll stay with Grizz. Since we started out together, I think we can, we're kind of used to this situation of being under pressure from something that's much larger and deadlier than us.
yeah.
So,
Definitely.
So Grizz and Flyers, what are you doing?
formulating a plan.
Probably settling into the room, trying to figure out how to go about exploring
Okay.
and who to talk to. Like, I know, like, Pliers has definitely a gift of gab. Can be very sharp, but also can get, like, what he needs out of people. And I feel like he and Grizz, especially like to Frank's point, meeting the way that we did, I feel like it's important for us to, like, try to come up with that while our two more kind of martial people
Yeah.
do their...
Totally. So so your plan is what? Are you gonna stay in the room?
No, so I'll talk to Grizz and say, you know what? I spoke to a lot of people like to talk around here. Very comfortable. I noticed that. Arcadia Farms, nobody liked to talk. Everybody was afraid of dying. Everything. So here, it seems like everyone's very relaxed and everyone likes doing their job. And
Quite right.
we like to get drunk. So all we have to do is not get drunk
That's it.
and keep feeding them drinks.
Yes, I think it would be, honestly, probably the easiest fact-finding mission I've ever been on. And then, you know, as time goes on, we can maybe speak to people a little bit higher up the food chain if we get people used to us being there.
Yes, yes. I agree. There's a lot of experts on this ship, and I can definitely get some detailed information out.
And I think that if I speak to the smaller folks, just the stewards and ushers and such, that it would be easy to get them to talk because, I mean, who doesn't like dishing about work, right?
Well, I think you would be good with the captain, honestly. Captain seems like they haven't had a decent conversation ever. See how uptight they were? My goodness. Came out ordering everybody, and everybody was just having a good time, and they were the only uptight one on the ship. I think that will probably be your lead, honestly. I mean, who doesn't know
very
anything
good
that's
point.
going around but the captain?
That's true. And looking so despondent within such finery, there must be a reason.
Yeah. And you know what? And there's always a captain. What else is there? Someone that's always wanting to debunk them.
That's true.
Yep. Can't be on the top of the food chain. That's why I like delusion. I like to let people think that I'm not useful until I do something when it matters.
Sometimes that's the best way. Hide
yeah.
insight and all that.
You're not going to always be on the top of the food chain. We found that out quickly.
So you guys
All
are
right.
going to the captain.
No.
Well, I think what we're going to do is... We're probably going to split up, yeah?
I would say we could probably both go to the mess hall if that's where the experts and all the employees are,
Right.
like the captain and stuff.
Captain's probably up in the command quarters, up in the top.
I
of the
don't
top
know.
deck.
Start
When
mess
does the
hall, then work
captain-
our way.
Yeah, like I think I'm going to start then with the small people and then work up to the captain.
So we're
Yeah, 'cause
all
we can get
going to
some
the mess
gossip.
hall.
Yeah, we can get some gossip on the captain, just to see how people
Yes.
feel about him. If there's somebody that's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, she always orders me around, and we can like,
Yeah.
you know,
All right. Well,
use that to our
Pippet
advantage.
and Leaf, are you guys in the mess hall right now?
Might as well be.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I wasn't actually intending to go there, but I can.
Well-
If Pippet is like kind of, wait, we'll go, then I will follow that. But
Oh, if you keep going, I'll just kind of stop at the mess hall.
Where are you planning on going, Leaf?
I was honestly trying to, like, kind of stop here before going up the stairs. I was probably going to go back top deck and just look around. I'm trying to look for anything that doesn't quite fit in.
Sure. Yeah.
But before going upstairs, I'd actually be listening, because if someone ran by, my first thought is maybe it was one of the crew and they went and stopped in the crew quarters, and I want to listen to see if someone is maybe hushed tones talking to somebody else.
You can make me a detect check.
All right. Detect is proficient plus 6, so... That's a 12.
You do hear some whispering in the crew quarters, but you can't quite make out what it is.
Okay. I don't want to be suspicious, so I don't, like, sit and press my ear against the door or anything.
Okay.
So then I would probably make my way up deck and kind of just wave at Peepit and anyone else I see, just kind of, I'm going to look around.
Leaf is going top deck. So,
Yeah.
Grizz and Pliers and Pipit, you're all in the mess hall. And you walk into the mess hall, and you see just a very normal, if a bit cramped, little tavern almost. It's wood panels everywhere. There's mugs hanging from the wall with people's names on them. There's some larders and pantries with food, meats, cans. There's cans. Some people are seated around these tables, and they turn to look at you, and they see you, and they kind of quiet a little bit, and they speak back up. They're like, "Well, welcome aboard."
I
I
wave.
nod my head.
Hello, it's lovely to make your acquaintance.
Come, have a seat. Sit with us.
Thank you.
Would you like a
Do
drink?
we all sit at the same table, or do we spread out? What do we do?
Somebody is already going to pull chairs across the room over for you guys so you can all sit at the
wow.
same table.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Yeah. So they're just pouring drinks for you in these big flagons.
What is this?
Cult wine.
Oh,
Your
wow.
hospitality is just unparalleled. Thank you.
I'll drink with a pinky up. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you talking? I can't hear you talking.
Ooh.
Me?
But yeah, there you are.
Oh, my eyes widen at the cult wine reference. I'm like, oh, that kind of calms me down a bit, but I'll just sit down and say, no, thank you.
Okay. You too, you want some?
Yeah, I'll take a little bit. You know, I dabble.
Somebody pulls yours away from you, Pipit, and puts it in their cup.
Wow.
Grizz?
Yeah, I take a cup, but I nurse it.
Okay, sure. Yeah. They're all sitting and they're all kind of commiserating about the captain.
Huh?
Did you meet
Yeah, do tell.
Did you meet the captain?
Seemed quite surly.
Yeah.
Very different from the disposition of everyone else on
Tell
board.
us about it. Definitely. She's been like that since we left the Lochratorn. It's been a nightmare.
What transpired there?
Just when we left, when we set up.
Set up?
Nothing out of the ordinary?
Well, I haven't served with this captain before, but I'm gonna try to never serve with this captain again.
Oh, man. Wow. Yeah, tell me about it. Just came out barking orders. I thought everyone was like so welcoming, and then, they came out. Do they do that often? They just get on people's backs so you never have any kind of lax periods of times or anything?
It can't be a lack of experience. Like, they have to know better, and people are starting to get, like, anxious and riled up a little bit. Like, they have to know better.
Oh, yeah. What was that? The drink getting to you? I know you haven't started drinking yet there, Grizz.
Chris,
No, I was just wondering if and I take like a deeper gulp. Just wondering what could have happened to the good captain, someone you maybe served with before, or is this Was this a new appointment?
We get assigned. We go where we're assigned.
How do you feel about and I lead in. How do you feel about those that run everything? Feeling pretty good, comfortable, safe?
Somebody leans in close to you with like a conspiratorial look on their face. They're like, "You mean the jackrabbits?"
Sure. Yeah.
Look, buddy, we don't talk about the jackrabbits, okay?
Ah.
Not now, not ever. They got spies.
Oh. Right.
They can hear
Spies.
all.
Yeah. What about smell?
Spies in the church. They got spies everywhere.
Oh.
Jackrabbits.
How do you know if you're not? You're not. You don't know anybody that's a JR.
Somebody starts laughing just wholeheartedly at you. And the whole table starts laughing and everybody's patting you on the back and they're just drinking.
Ow.
Meanwhile, top deck. At the stern of the ship, we find Leaf. What are we looking for, Leaf?
Well, I'm just kind of looking at the general, like, how crew is working up here. Like, if they're all very attentive, if they tend to be pretty lax. Trying to kind of, for lack of better term, a vibe check to see kind of just how it is up here. And then a lot of the time what you do is a hound, when you're looking for someone specific, you're trying to look for things that are just slightly off. Like if I look at, say, these two doors, and one door looks like it's opened a lot and the other door is not opened ever, there's something just different about it. And so it might be nothing, might be a coincidence, but it still gives you something to go off of. So I'm kind of looking for things like that. Like if I see barrels stacked neatly in one place and really haphazardly in another, those kind of details are what I'm trying to kind of keep my eye out for. I'm not necessarily going to mess with anything, but that's what I'm looking for.
Okay. Yeah, you come out of this onto this top deck and you see a lot of barrels. There's just tons of barrels and they're strapped down and they're a little haphazard. There's just a lot of stuff out here.
Yeah, but nothing out of nothing that looks different, at least barrel-wise, and I'm going to kind of do this sort of idea as I walk, and I'm able to do a full loop of the deck, just kind of looking around, not trying to be hidden or anything. Do you have an ability that could help you detect something? Let me see.
As a hound, as your character class of a hound, which is kind of like the Issliss equivalent of like a private investigator.
Yeah, so like my main one, of course, which I don't think it applies here, but it's Bloodhound, where if I know where a target has been, I know where they're going roughly, but that's if I find evidence of something. Mm-hmm. So like what my thought process there was, I see something that just looks slightly off, I might find evidence of someone doing something that wouldn't be normal. And then I would go from that kind of idea. So like if I was in an alleyway and saw a dumpster that recently looked like it was opened, maybe I'd look into that more detailed. Maybe I find a scrap of cloth from the person. That's kind of the thought there. Other than that, though, the only other thing I could think of that might help me would be this ability, the arachnid anticipation, which is I can't be surprised. I automatically notice hidden weapons, and that's the one also I'd be looking. Like if I'm looking around and it looks like, oh, that barrel's labeled wine, but I definitely see through a crack a sheen of metal. That's something off. So those would be the two I'd be able to use, but
I don't think you noticed that. But somebody does brush past you with a platter with some cups, some big cups. They're pretty full of call it wine. Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Where do you go? What is that for?
Oh, this is Captain's wine.
Ah, Captain has special wine.
Well, what?
No?
Captain has one. I'm just bringing Captain.
Oh, the regular. I would have thought they would have got it from the mess hall.
No.
I don't know ships. I'm sorry.
Captain's at the helm, so I'm just.
Oh, I didn't know which. I was turned around. Sorry.
That's okay. Do you need help?
No, just looking around. I've never been on one of these before.
Oh, well, of course. It's nice to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Leaf, the son of Leaf.
Leaf.
Yes.
Son of Leaf?
Yes.
From the Platelands.
Yes.
Oh, okay. The accent.
Yeah, we're out in the wilderness, mostly my family, and not a city folk.
Sorry, I'm Farrell. It's nice to meet you.
Farrell, good to meet you. Just looking around, it's been, the Great One Providence has been so welcoming of us. Helped us out a lot. Very nice. Do you like working here?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's a breath of fresh air.
There's a lot of it for sure. So the higher we get, it's a little more difficult to breathe.
Yeah. Well,
I would love to know, I think I don't know if it's detect or something else. When I asked them how do they like it here, did I notice they were definitely hiding things, or were they being sincere?
it's difficult for you to tell with another human. You could make me a persuasion human check.
Okay, wasn't sure if I will. I wasn't sure if that was detect or not. All right. It's just a regular 2d6, cause I am not very good at talking to people. That's a 7. They seem very sincere to me. They love it here.
Totally.
That's good. It's good to enjoy your job. But don't let me keep you. I don't want to get you in trouble with the captain.
Oh, thanks. Find me later if you want to talk.
Sure. Good to meet you, Farrell.
Just rushes off.
Yeah, and I just kind of keep doing I just do a full loop around the edge and just kind of looking around to see if anything is off.
Yeah. Make me another detect check.
All right. That is... Oh, I know what that's. 3d6 plus 6. That's a 20.
Oh my god.
This is what I'm supposed to be good at.
Alright, well, you notice something. You stop in your tracks and you notice something. You see a print from a shoe on this deck from Farrell, who's bustling off towards the captain's quarters. You notice this print is the exact same print that was just outside of your quarters, the print in the carpet from somebody who was running past. And as a hound, you would know that these are the same boots.
So my thought of them maybe listening in or trying to listen in, that seems reinforced almost. After I said I'm going to look around and then they ran away. Interesting. Now is this boot print the one it's the one from when they just walked past toward the captain quarter? This is the fresh boot print I noticed and I just put 2 and 2 together. Yeah. Okay.
But now that you know whose it is, probably trace it back.
Oh, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do the full loop because I said I was looking around to Farrell specifically. So the main thing with Bloodhound, just a hound in general, you don't let people know what you're doing if you figure something out. So I kind of take a look and then continue on my way. And then when I kind of finish the loop, I'm looking to see and I will follow where that went.
Okay. Yeah. So you make your way back down to the middeck.
Yes.
In the tavern, we're all still making fun of Pliers.
Oh, gosh, yeah,
one.
what a hoot.
That's a good one.
Yeah, yeah, look at Pippet.
I'm not laughing. I say that out loud.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. I just look back at Pliers and I say, I'm not laughing.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Does it seem like they're laughing at making a joke about the jackrabbits, or did the jackrabbits
just
seem serious and they're trying to cover it up?
No, they're making a joke. Okay. It's painfully clear to you, Grizz.
Grizz, like,
They're all of
gives-
them now are talking about like the things that the jackrabbits are accused of. Like, we're not actually fighting the Lacertians in the south, you guys. It's just jackrabbits. It's jackrabbits the whole way down. What you do is you take a bag out and you scratch the bottom of the bag at night when no one's around, and when a jackrabbit jumps in, you grab it.
That was another joke. Got it. Yeah.
You don't get many of those up here, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If Grizz says that, I start laughing. And I say,
That was a really funny one. Grizz, that was a good joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, she smiles at you, like, with a withering, like, I tried. I think, is there anybody at this table who doesn't have, like, a merry vibe?
I think they're all just distracted. Like they smelled blood in the water, so now they're distracted. But I think they were all kind of grumpy before.
In this mess hall, does it seem like there's anyone who's, like, a cast-off or sitting by themselves?
Oh, not particularly.
Okay. It seems like a really good place for community.
Oh, we keep a pretty tight ship.
So who's the most? I'm kind of looking for the, like. There's always the life of a party in any place. Can't hide it. Who's the most life of the party person here? Everyone seems so chipper. I want to see who's the chipperiest.
They're all kind of red in the face and like kind of toasted. They're like, "Where's Farrell? Farrell!"
Yeah, where's Varel? Varel. Is that a name? What name was that?
Who knows?
Yeah, Varel. Okay, and I'll just like do my eyebrows very like obvious, like towards Grizz as like a notation.
I'd love to meet them.
Somebody gets up to fill more wine. Sure, yeah, just hang around long enough. You'll meet Farrell.
Okay, all right. Well, can you tell me about them? I mean, what am I supposed to do? Just like, do they look a certain way?
It's really fun.
Oh.
You peer through the door, Grizz, and you see Leaf coming down the big steps down to the lower deck.
I think I flag Leaf and then turn back to the table. Oh, yes, well, we would like to have a nice time. So far, it's been lovely. The reception's been brilliant, and we're very excited to get where we're going. So speaking to your friend Farrell, I think would be just the icing on the cake, really.
Yeah.
Do they like their job?
Oh yeah, everybody loves their job here, and everybody starts kind of laughing.
Well, I mean, unlimited libations, of course you love your job. What is not to like, right?
The captain, for one, and the mood
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
sours a little bit.
That one thing, right?
How could you get yourself a new captain? Could they retire or perhaps resign their post just to make this place
kind of goes
what
a
it
little,
could be?
Everyone kind of goes a little quiet.
Yeah, I want to read this vibe check real bad.
This is a real spicy vibe. Yeah, this is a real spicy vibe.
I'm not trying to be heavy. I just want what's best for you.
Well, getting a new
You should
captain
enjoy what you do.
doesn't usually end well for the previous captain.
Oh.
Oh.
Not a drinking competition like I was thinking. And I'll
Nobody,
slide my cup over to whoever's in front of me.
nobody's laughing.
Oh. Okay. I'll pull
Well,
my
I
cup
mean-
back.
Is it something you'd think a person would deserve for bad behavior?
Table kind of look around at each other. Leaf, are you still outside this door? Where are you?
I've probably, like, when I was waved at, I kind of meandered my way inside.
Okay.
I haven't sat down, but I'd probably mid this conversation have been walking up.
Yeah, sure. Are you going into the mess hall, too?
I would want to, before I do that, I want to kind of make a quick note if I see where those footprints, the boot prints specifically, what direction they went, so I can kind of see and just, I'll do it later. It's too obvious that I've been seen right now.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
You notice that they came down into the from the crew quarters where you heard some whispering.
Okay, yeah. And again, pieces getting put together, all that. But then I just kind of make notes and walk into the mess then and just, hello.
Oh!
Somebody
look
drags
who it
another
is.
chair over to the table.
Oh, thank you.
This is our companion Leaf. They were just telling us about their friend, quite the life of the party. Farrell, I believe?
Farrell! Where's Farrell?
Oh, I met them just up there. I was taking a look around and never been on the ship.
Somebody's
a quirky
pouring you a big cup of salt wine.
Thank you. Farrell just said they were dropping off the captain's drinks. I'm guessing they'll be back shortly.
Oh, good. Good.
Yep. How did they get
While
stuck
they're
with the
talking,
job?
while they're talking and while Flyers is cracking a joke, I lean over to one of them and I say,
Have you ever heard of one of these things crashing?
and no answer needed. That's just me asking.
Well, we've heard stories. The table kind of gets a little quieter.
Oh no.
Sometimes, I've never been on a ship like this, but sometimes we've heard stories of other ships just going missing. And we've all got Totson, right? We've all got Totson, all got emergency Totson. Sometimes the emergency Totson come back saying all kinds of things. Like, the table gets kind of quiet and they're just...
That's a joke. Oh gosh. Oh man, I tell you. Ooh, killers.
Somebody pipes up. They're like, I lost a friend earlier this year on one of those ships.
Oh, my condolences. What makes you do this then? What makes you love it, even though
We got
it's
assigned.
potentially
It's just
dangerous?
assignment.
Oh, just a part of your duty then.
Yeah,
You don't choose
just-
to be
just-
here.
just assignment.
I see.
Somebody
Ow.
stands up and like puts their hand over their chest.
I'll put my hand over my chest because I understand what that means. And I'll grab a cup and I'll say,
To your friend.
I'll take a swig.
Never forget the Reverend.
Reverend?
Reverend.
Was that a ship or a person?
That was a ship.
Oh goodness. Same thing like this? Like,
It's a sister ship.
oh, we flew together?
No,
Oh, okay.
they had a different mission.
Oh. You said it went missing, so that mean there could be hope.
Well, we got the emergency Totson back.
All right. Yeah, that's right.
Has anybody fed those Totsons? No, everybody's looking around at each other like, oh, no, I don't. And,
Do we know what those are?
You all would probably know what a Totson is, yeah. Somebody hands you, Pippet, a bag of feed that they just pull out of their pocket. It's like leaking feed a little bit, and they just hand it to you.
So could you recall what a Todson is? What I recall?
Yeah, they're just, it's in the cargo room. Just go feed it if you could. I don't want to do it this time.
I'll accompany you.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
in case, give you some
Okay.
backup.
I'll be back.
All right, it's in the cargo hold.
I'll start
Awful
walking
creatures.
back to the cargo.
All right. Yeah, you managed to find it pretty easily. Actually, it's very clearly marked cargo. And you're walking into this dark cargo room, and you hear a sound inside this cargo room. It's like a scratching noise inside of there's a big structure with some like canvas over it, and you just hear like some scratching inside, some chittering inside.
I'll quietly
Whatever
walk.
this is sounds sharp.
They're not too bad, right? I mean, they're just Todsons and they're caged up, so we should be all right. They're not too bad, right? I mean, they're just Todsons and they're not too bad, right? I mean, they're just Todsons and they're caged up. They're not too bad, right? I mean, they're just Todsons and they're not too bad, right? I mean, they're just Todsons and they're caged up.
I think that
so-
answers your question. We're friendly.
What do you do?
I'll peek around the edges of the boxes to see if I can get a line of sight on them.
Yeah, I mean, do you take the cover off? Because you could just take the cover off.
Yeah, I absolutely do that.
Okay, yeah, you do, and there's
Gently.
like a flutter of some wings, some black feathers fly out, and inside of this cage you see 4 birds. They're large, like the size of maybe a human torso around. Like they're big birds, but they're they're capable of flight. They have large black eyes, and they're looking at you rather intently, and they're tilting their head like side to side, checking you out.
No.
I just start to scoop it into the bottom of the cage.
Do you say
So
anything?
they have to. I don't say a word.
They're all still looking at you very patiently, like they're not eating yet, they're just watching.
I think Grizz tries to, go a little closer to show you, support, and leans in, if you want them to talk to the birds, they will.
Sit. Eat.
They're not following your instructions, but they are still watching you very intently.
I look back at Grizz.
They're not listening.
I think they are listening, they're just not responding. 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 Yes, this is
You
quite
can
disconcerting.
see the throat moving as it's making the sounds of your voice perfectly recorded in its mind. All of when its mouth opens, it doesn't close again. It just opens, and there's some kind of a valve inside that's moving like a human mouth might move, making your sound back at you.
Just not responding.
I
knew
knew
what
something
sound
was
you made-
copying me.
If we knew what sound you made, we would make that sound back at you. What sound you made, what sound you made, we would make that sound back at you.
They don't make a sound. They make your sound.
All right, they'll eat eventually. Let's go.
Do any of you...
Can I try to persuade them?
Yeah, you could try to persuade them, sure. How are you going to do that?
I think
What do you got on you?
I have some rocks.
What do
Some
you
of them
got?
might be shiny.
Yeah? Like
Yeah,
what?
one or two of them are probably shiny looking rocks.
Do you get any petty jewelry? Do you get any fancy, fun, cute thing that you picked up off some dead body at some point?
Let me check my inventory. I don't think so. No. Oh, I have a common trinket. I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Do you
I pull out a
present-
common trinket.
You
Yes, I
present
do.
it to them?
I do. I look in their eyes at first and then look away to see if there's like a change in body language to try to decide how it likes to be approached. And if it responds more when I'm looking at it than when I'm looking away, then I'll look at it.
Both of the two forward Totson are looking intently at the thing you're presenting them with. You give it to them?
I'd like to give this to you, but I'm going to need you to be a little more forthcoming, if that's okay. And I kind of extend it into the cage. I don't think I put my fingers in there because I'm not sure.
One of the Totson snaps it out of your fingers and takes it, and has it, and just holds it with their beak and brings it down to their feet, and then just hops back over to you on one foot and just says, "It happens tonight. We put it in the captain's wine. It happens tonight. It happens tonight. We put it in the. It happens tonight. We put it in the captain's wine. It happens tonight. We put it in the captain's wine."
Oh, thank you very much. You have been quite helpful today.
And I think Pippet's just impressed that even happened, that you even put that together.
I was like,
And I look at you, and I look back at the birds, and I look at you,
and I'm like, I'm gonna bring them some extra food later.
I think
It
before
happens
we
tonight.
depart,
Put it in the captain's wine.
Grizz looks at the birds again and says, "The hospitality is unparalleled here. Hospitality is unparalleled here." Yeah.
I get out though. I leave
Yeah.
quickly.
And I say, come on, we have to go.
I put a nice voice message for us, and then I leave.
I'm glad we didn't say our
Once
names.
we're back out in the hall, I look at Pippet. That was awful.
It was, but we have to go. They put something in the captain's wine.
I knew they weren't pleased. It can't be all sunshine and rainbows here. Let's go.
Let's go.
I want to
So-
go back and tell Leaf,
Right.
because I know Leaf was walking around and said that he had met their friend that's missing. And why is everybody there except for the captain and the friend?
Yeah, Leaf, you are back in the mess hall, and somebody has handed you this. Somebody's handed you this drink, and you're just pounding it. You're starting to feel a little sleepy.
Extra sleepy from
It's been a long day.
normal wine, or like is it normal cult wine like sleepy, or
like it.
I'm exhausted, I've had a long day sleepy and I'm just getting tired.
Feels like really strong wine.
I probably won't drink all of it, but I definitely go through at least half.
Sure.
It's been a long few days.
I'm just watching him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to get a little extra sleepy. Yeah, this is very good, but I think I need to go take a nap. It's been a long couple of days, friends.
Yeah, why don't you get some sleep, you know? You've been doing all kinds of things, searching for us to get us killed, you know,
They try to get you killed. You're very much
climbing
alive.
mountains.
Did
It's
do
just a
that.
joke. Ha ha.
Ah.
You know, it's the going
Make
thing
sure when
around
you
here.
go to sleep, you put the netting up.
Oh, that's very good call. Thank you.
I made the mistake one time.
It's smart. And I like raise the glass again to them and nod and. All right. Pliers, come here to say. I just want to make sure my stuff is secure before I sleep, and you're the best at that.
So you need me to go? Okay, all right, fine.
Yeah,
fine.
just for a moment. Thank
All right.
you.
All right, guys. Thanks
I'll
for the
see you all
hospitality.
after my nap, and I kind of wave at the rest of them. And then when we're kind of out in the hall, as I take a lead around, and like get away from earshot and go, we were being listened to by the feral person. So keep your voices down in the rooms, because they were actively listening. They went back and they were telling somebody else. But I am actually exhausted, and I need to take a nap before my faculties are... And then I just kind of go and just, like, basically almost ignored him at this point in a change of things, and I just go lay down and put up netting.
This is all it.
Yeah, and I have my bag which has that particular item in it, and I kind of like hug it like a sleeping pillow after I put the net up in the bunk.
Okay. And where's your cup? Did you put that down somewhere?
Yeah, I probably just put it back down on the table.
Okay.
I didn't take it with me.
Sure. Pliers, what are you doing?
I'm gonna analyze his face.
He's drunk and sleeping.
That's gonna make sure it's just drunkenness at this point. Can I take his blood?
No. But do you have something? I mean, maybe.
I have syringes.
You could try.
Yeah, I'm gonna take his blood.
All right. Well, Leaf is sound asleep.
I asked him for consent, but he said, yeah, all right. So he wasn't paying attention to what I was saying, but I took that as consent. I'm sticking him.
I'm very unsurprised with you.
But it'll be gentle. Nice and slow. Just right
Sure,
in the arm.
I'm asleep, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna take his blood. Just want to make sure.
I don't know. What do you plan on doing with it?
Giving it to Pippet.
Oh. Okay. I mean, yeah, okay, sure. Yeah.
All right, great. Got the roll? Hopefully not, because I'll probably kill him.
No.
Okay, great. So I'll just take a little bit of blood. Yeah. A little bit more. Think about the blood pool. A little bit more. All right, I'm good. And just have a full syringe of it. And then I'll tie a little ribbon around it and place it right on Pippet's pillow. Wrapped in like some kind of paper that I always carry. And I'll say, please check for any discrepancies. Yours truly, Big Brains Pliers. And then at the end of my name, I'll do for extra fanciness. And then I'll go outside and look around.
Okay.
And I want to kind of build something, I think. Whenever we have downtime.
Well, yeah. You're just gonna take his blood and build something?
Not out of his blood, obviously. I left that on Pippa's bed pillow, like right under, right next to her pillow.
You hid it
so
in Pippet's bed.
Yeah, put it on Pippa's bed.
That is gonna be
pillow.
the weirdest tooth fairy.
Yeah, you know.
The reverse tooth fairy.
She'll appreciate it.
Pippet and Grizz are both back in the mess hall, and Pippet, you've seen the Hound leave his cup there and stumble away. Do you do anything?
So I rush up. If Leaf is like non-responsive, I'll just say, we don't have time for this. And I'll turn to Pliers and I'll say, we have to go. Not like hurriedly, but I'll be like, we have to go. You know.
Is this when I get back to the mess hall?
Is Pliers back in the mess hall?
I guess I come back. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I would be looking for those two.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, well, let me tell you, he pounded. I don't know if he took the whole thing, but he was really sleepy. And I put a special surprise next to your pillow. It's his blood.
Excellent. I'll put it away with the rest of their vials. But for now, we need to go find the captain. Somebody spiked the wine with something.
Oh, you're serious? Okay, all right.
Yes. No
Where Leaf
jokes.
was sitting in this mess hall, is his drink still there?
Yeah.
I swipe it.
Okay. Totally. You have it. You have a cup. And you all make your way out of the mess hall into the hallway. Sure.
I think once we get out there and we kind of move away, I say, those jackrabbits, they've got so many spies all over the place. I wouldn't be surprised if a ship like this had lots of jackrabbits. But really, Pippet, would you care for any of this? Just to maybe see what kind of cult wine this is.
I look at it, and if there's
with,
any
my eyebrows.
I look at the substance. If there's any substance besides like the cult from like a chaste, Did I taste it in my wine when I drank it to honor their fallen?
No.
Okay, this one, I'll taste a drop. Do I taste anything there either?
I think I'm going to say, because you're a biologist and this is literally your expertise, I won't make you roll for it. You absolutely know that Leaf's drink has been drugged. And in fact, you know exactly what the drug is, too.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I thought we were safe, and the captain wasn't. I tell them what it was, and I'll say, we have to hurry. Leaf's life isn't in danger, right?
No.
From this. Okay.
I think
It's
they
a substance
just
called venin.
Venin.
All it does is weaken and exhaust the victim. It lasts a day.
Oh.
I tell y'all that.
they probably have something worse in store for the captain. We need to go now.
Yeah, we need to find this feral person. They're supposed to be the life of the party, but they weren't at the party.
We don't even know what they look like.
Leaf does, apparently.
Shall we just go to the captain's quarters?
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't
We
introduced
plan to go
ourselves.
there anyway.
Yeah, sure. Don't bring that. And I'm pointing at the cup.
I think if Pippet is done with it, I just leave it in the hallway.
Yeah, sure.
The cup itself.
Pippet, make me a one more detect check while you're down here, though.
Absolutely. Give me a second. God, can I detect? That's a great question. That is a great question. I think that's a 2d6 for me, so I'm gonna do.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Nice roll.
16. Fantastic. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, yeah, as soon as you identify that this is venin, you, look around in disbelief, but you notice that one of the doors to the crew quarters is open.
Wait. Look over there.
And I'll creep over to that door.
Sure. It's dark
You
inside.
said crew. You said crew orders?
Crew quarters, right
Quarters.
here. Down in the
Quarters, sorry.
corner. On the, just below, on the bottom, or above you, either one.
Okay. I'll go to that one. Right here.
Okay, yeah. You just peek inside. It's dark inside. You can't really see a whole lot.
I'll walk in,
Okay.
but kind of make a mess. Like
you
I'll walk in
stumbled
like I'm
inside.
kind of stumbling
Yeah,
in.
like you stumble inside. Sure. Yeah, you stumble in like you've been drinking a lot, and you see just a bunch of hammocks and a bunch of crates and some barrels and some buckets and clothes kind of strewn around, some various little bits of it's evidence of human quarters. It's a little smelly. But you walk in and you see one crate looks a little different than the others. It's a little bit more ornate.
Oh, I look at it.
Yeah, definitely.
Draws my eye.
Definitely.
I need to open it.
Yeah, you can open it. Sure. Inside, you find smelling salts. You find 4 smelling salt ampules.
And these smelling salts, are they the ones that wake you up?
Yeah, they revive an unconscious character.
Yes.
I take them.
Sure.
This is very valuable.
You also
I'm gonna add
find-
them to my list.
You also
Yes.
find 2 ampules of venin.
Ooh. Okay, so I found 3 of the salts and 2 venin.
You found 4 smelling salt ampules, and you found 2 venin. Average venin. It's like this. It weighs 1 each.
Got it. I rush out, but carefully, not knocking anything else out of the way.
And I say, I got something valuable. Let's go.
Make me one more detect check.
Bet. I'm doing it. Another detect check.
The box looks
Average.
The box looks a little familiar. You can't quite put your finger on it, but it looks
Okay.
kind of familiar.
As we rush out, because now I'm gonna try to rush them out out of this deck.
I'm gonna say, I found this in there. In the crew quarters. They have venin and they have smelling salts. We can use this to wake up Leaf. But it seemed kind of familiar. The crate they had it in. I'm not sure where it was from.
Did it look like,
I describe it.
thing? You know,
Not that thing.
Okay.
But I do describe it to them in the best of my ability, and if it does give them a chance to
Yeah.
spark inspiration.
I think Grizz and Pliers would both have seen boxes like these before. Probably saw boxes like that on the chariot on the way in to Arcadia Farms.
Right. I was thinking that as we were moving crates earlier. Oh, well, back then. The crates we were taking down to when Ingman told us, go do a thing.
These boxes are from Platelands.
Oh. Oh no. I think my eyes will get wide. You think it's one of us? Impersonating someone here? Not us, but us, Platelands. Oh boy.
We'll be back
no.
next week with the next episode of Issliss Season 1. Huge thank you to everybody. Big thanks to all of our fans here on Twitch, and thank you to everybody who watches our VODs on YouTube and our podcast. I want to give a big thank you to Logitech as well for being today's sponsor. Huge thank you, Logitech. If you would like to check out some cool Logitech stuff, then head over to logi.gg/nicotine. Make sure you use code nicotine in chat in checkout for 10% off. You can see the new Yeti GX, the Litra Beam LX, and the Yeti Orb all at logic.gg/nicotine. Huge thank you, everyone. We'll be back next week for another episode of Issliss. Be sure to check out our merch store and head over to fablescraps.com for all of our social links. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you all again very, very soon for another episode of Issliss. Bye.